Well, gentlemen, I'm not sure what fixed the locomotive from derailing, but I'm giving her a test right now. I can't seem to figure out why she stopped derailing. However, this crank right here was loose, and it was binding and making that lever go up, and I fixed that. And right now, she's taking this curve where she usually derails in the front end, and she's not doing any more. So right now, I'm doing half full throttle, and I'm just gonna see what she does. See how long she'll do this, and then I'm gonna test in the reverse direction, and then I'll test her at higher speeds, and then I'll test her with a load. And if that's all good and dandy, I may as well just change my mind. I'm not sure what magical fairy, fixed this locomotive, but the fourth driver seems to want to go up a little bit, but it's not causing any derailment, so I'm going to have to say she's going to have to live on edge if she's going to keep running really well right now. So I'm really impressed. I'm not sure what else I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to let her run for a bit, and if she runs really well and I give her a load and she doesn't derail from pulling that load, I may as well just open her up again at some point and then fix the headlight and just say, you know what, I'm not going to sell this engine. So maybe I can fix her, but she seems to be really happy right now. So I think, Charles, I don't think the 35.5 inch radius is really the issue. I think it probably is just that springing issue. I don't know why the springs are acting better now. I haven't really modified anything in months. So right now I'm really happy with how she's performing right now. And if she doesn't have any more future issues, I may reconsider. This is surprising. I was going to do a testing video of seeing that she can move and use sounds with DCC and sound, but she's doing all right now. The headlight still does not work. She needs to be rewired. I'm probably going to fix that, maybe fix with some thicker wires, but also find a way to make sure that those wires do not get in contact with the drive shaft. Otherwise, it will cause a massive bind. And I don't want to have to pop in the brass universal joint back in, because that's what caused a kerfuffle last time. But yeah, she's probably going around 5 laps now, no issues. And I think after I fix that binding on the rear set right here with this crank pin, I had to tighten by just turning it myself. I had to loosen the gearbox for the fourth driver, and just so I can rotate the drive wheel so I can get that crank tighter on the screw. And I got tight enough where it doesn't turn anymore, so I'm like, okay, that should be good enough. Pretty sure over time we'll probably loosen, but right now it's going to be almost 6 or 7 laps right now, so around 8 laps I'll consider it solid, and I'll test reverse. That's all I wanted to talk about, guys. I'm actually happy right now. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not smiling, but I'm not frowning. I'm more slightly smiling while talking. So yeah, this is huge. Maybe 6130 will not need a new home after all. Maybe if I just figure it out with something that's worth $1,500, or who knows how much this would be worth to some people. When I figure it out, I could get her to run, and she doesn't cause any shorts. I mean, unless it's the rear chuck that's probably causing a bit of a short, but if I find a plastic ring or something to be as insulation that's thin enough, but it won't, because it has to touch the screw joint that it has to connect to in order to pivot. I think that might solve that shorting issue once I place her on the track. But that's when I place her on the track. But I figured if you tilt the locomotive back and then place her down back to front, she doesn't seem to cause any shorts or anything once you place her on a track like that. And then you connect the the tender to with the drawbar and the pin to a locomotive. So yeah, I don't know. She seems to be running really fine right now. I'll let you guys know if there's anything else. I don't want to be too excited, so you know. But this is great. She's running as should be.